Dear participants and colleagues, it is my great pleasure to address you at the opening of the 2019 Forum of Experts on SEEA Experimental Ecosystem Accounting. I regret being unable to join you in person. This event marks one of several milestones on our journey to develop an integrated statistical framework for natural capital accounting. This provides countries with a much-needed tool to mainstream biodiversity and ecosystems in decision-making. Natural capital accounting has been gaining a lot of traction in the past few years, and for good reason. Now, more than ever, policymakers are realizing the need to move beyond GDP and other traditional measures. They are also realizing the importance of tools that account for the interconnections between the economy, the environment, and society. Indeed, the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development fully recognizes that to end poverty, economic growth must go hand in hand with addressing social issues, as well as climate change and environmental protection. The SEEA Central Framework and SEEA Experimental Ecosystem Accounting are the only international statistical frameworks that measure the environment and its relationship with the economy. The importance and relevance of the SEEA are apparent in their uptake. More than 85 countries currently compile SEEA Central Framework accounts, and approximately 40 countries are compiling SEEA Experimental Ecosystem accounts. The strength of the SEEA and the reason behind its uptake by the policymakers is that it supports integrated policies on the environment and the economy and the assessment of policy of possible trade-offs. In my role as Chief Economist, the importance and strength of the SEEA and natural capital accounting are apparent. In March of this year, the first meeting of the United Nations Economists Network took place. This meeting brought together chief economists from across the UN system with a view to strengthening our thought leadership in response to the new demands of the 2030 Agenda. From this meeting, 6 topics emerged as priorities. 2 of these topics, beyond GDP and nature-based solutions, point to the importance of NCA and SEEA in current policy discussions. Distinguished participants, as you know, the UN Committee of Experts on Environmental Economic Accounting and the broader statistical, scientific, and geospatial communities are revising the SEEA Experimental Ecosystem Accounting Framework. The intention is to reach agreement on various aspects of ecosystem accounting by the end of next year. An agreed measurement framework for ecosystems will provide a consistent and reliable framework that integrates measures of ecosystems and biodiversity with measures of economic and other human activity. As part of this revision process, the Committee of Experts has engaged with many experts from the statistical, scientific, economic, geospatial, and business communities. By providing a platform in which these disciplines can exchange and share ideas, there has been rapid development in the methodology of ecosystem accounting. The challenge now is to synthesize the wealth of experience into an agreed framework that can be adopted broadly, building on existing testing and experimentation. However, the engagement with the user community will be key throughout the revision process and beyond. If we want to ensure that the results of the accounts are truly understood and mainstreamed into decision-making processes, we must constantly engage with users. Communicating the importance of natural capital accounts in decision-making and developing success stories to show the impact of such exercises will be key to mainstreaming the use of the accounts for policy. Dear colleagues, in closing, the revision of the SEEA Experimental Ecosystem Accounting cannot come at a more critical juncture. With the threats of climate change, biodiversity loss, environmental degradation, and their economic and social impacts, policymakers need credible, comparable, and integrated information. This information must support the measurement of progress toward global initiatives, including the 2030 Agenda and the Aichi targets of the Convention on Biological Diversity. I wish to acknowledge in particular the EU-funded project Natural Capital Accounting and Valuation of Ecosystem Services. This project has contributed substantially to the advancement of methodologies at the global level and to testing and experimentation in 5 partner countries, namely Brazil, China, India, Mexico, and South Africa. I also acknowledge the contribution of all of you for the various phases of the SEEA revision process. Your support and dedication are the key to its success. I'm encouraged by the progress made over the last year and the broad reach and participation of representatives from the various disciplines and initiatives. I wish you a very fruitful meeting. Thank you.